everybody. I am Ann Clark, and I am co-founder and head of product development at Semi-Finalists. I'd like to thank the judges and Swift also for inviting us. We came all the way from New York. SEIN is a software for small and mid-sized financial institutions to analyze and manage something that is not very well understood, but it's a very important segment. It's asset-backed securities, or ABS. Now, in order to be able to buy and sell ABS, you need a way to be able to value them. And right now, there is not a lot of understanding within the markets of how to do that. So right now, just in the US, there's $2.7 trillion in ABS held by thousands of market participants, so it's a really, really large market. But in fact, many institutions are unclear of the value of the ABS they already own. Now, what we're doing is we're bringing transparency to this market, and we're empowering small and mid-sized financial institutions with the tools they need to be able to trade in this market. We're providing something that's faster, standardized, and more cost-effective than what's currently available. Most of our competitors are using closed proprietary systems. Now, these systems, as you can see from the numbers, are very expensive, and that leaves out a lot of small and mid-sized financial institutions because they simply can't afford it. As well, they're also relying on outside data providers. There are very particular market pain points that we're addressing, and the main issue that we're addressing is, again, we're not relying on outside providers. We're actually going to publicly available trustee sites. We're scraping public and private transaction data. We're bringing it into our application, and we're providing that back to our customers. Now, again, that publicly available data is then available in our application. So now what I'm going to do is explain how it actually works. This crazy-looking slide and this very confusing amount of information is a raw data file. This is what we do. We take this very confusing information that we pull from a number of different trustee sites, and we standardize it, clean it up, and then we present it back to the user in a very clean way, in a user experience that makes sense. So in this case, you're looking at a screenshot from our software. A user has selected a deal from the ABS library, and they can now see all pertinent information about that deal. Then they can do a scenario analysis where you can actually see how it will perform over time. You can view that in a chart view, or you can also see a list of the loan level data if you prefer that type of view. Now, most of our competitors are using a very complicated server-side process, which again involves all this API mapping of outside data, and it's very, very complicated. We're simplifying this because we're allowing analysts and portfolio managers to actually focus on what they need to do, which is credit and deal structuring. The biggest issue that we're solving is that we're really significantly reducing the expenses of infrastructure and personnel and software costs, which you can see from this. So your average, for example, hedge fund is spending almost $1 million a year on these types of tools, so we're providing a more cost-effective solution. We are going after target customers with $10 billion or less in ABS under management. At the most recent ABS conference, everyone agreed that the biggest issue with the lack of price discovery and liquidity in the market these days is because small and mid-sized financial institutions lack the resources available to be able to understand ABS. We hope to help them. Our business model is very simple. 90% of our revenue will come from software as a service, or SaaS. We estimate that there are 2,000 financial institutions internationally that would be in the market for our type of services as an alternative. We estimate that by year 5, we'll have 9% market penetration and $23 million in annual revenue. And this, if you look at it, is only with 216 customers. This is not very many. So with those profits, we can broaden our scope, and we can also begin to pay off investors. Now, where have we been and where are we going? We built a prototype at the end of 2011, which is on our website. You can go and play with it right now. We're currently working on a beta launch, and we're going to be focused on automobile securitization and private transactions. We then want to be able to market a white label to auto issuers. We also need to build out our business development and support team, and then we want to have an early adopter program by 2013. A little bit about Me, again, I'm the co-founder and head of product development. I've got a background in user experience and design, and I've been building systems like this for large financial clients for a lot of years. Our founder and CEO, right over here, is Samuel Belyajon. You can see him in the back waving. This is actually his brainchild. He has 14 years experience in specifically asset-backed securities at really large banks like Barclays and Credit Suisse and the rating agencies. And he built these same types of systems at 3 startup hedge funds. So he's done this before. He knows how to do it. We also have an experienced development team. We're using Zen Framework, which is the leading open source PHP platform. And we have a consultant from them that we've hired to be able to audit and make sure that we're using best practices in all of our development. And we'd like to thank you again for allowing us to present. So thank you. And you made it through all the presentations.